Good morning. So we're in the lesson quarterly, God's Love and Justice. Today is Thursday, March 6th. This one is titled Limits and Rules. The cosmic conflict is primarily a dispute over God's character, caused by the devil's slanderous allegations against God's goodness, justice, and government. It's a kind of cosmic covenant lawsuit. Such a conflict cannot be settled by sheer power, but instead requires demonstration. If serious allegations are brought against a person in power, the best, and maybe only, way to defend the allegations would be to allow for a free, fair, and open investigation. If the allegations threaten the entire government of love, they cannot simply be swept under the rug. What does all this mean for understanding the cosmic conflict and relating to the problem of evil? If God makes a promise, would he ever break it? Of course not, insofar as God agrees to rules of engagement. His future action would be morally limited. As such, evil will fall within the temporary domain of the kingdom of darkness. Read Mark 6:5. Now he could do no mighty work there, except that he laid his hands on a few sick people and healed them. And also Mark 9:29. So he said to them, "This kind can come out by nothing but prayer and fasting." What do these texts display about how even divine action might be integrally related to such factors as faith and prayer? Well, I mean, it's not a spell. It's not like a recipe for some dish. It's not like, okay, 2 teaspoons of this, 3 cups of that, boom, done. It's not something mechanical. You have to have a relationship with God. That's pretty much the best way to live your life. In both these narratives, some limits or rules of engagement seem to be in place, dynamically related to such things as faith and prayer. Elsewhere, we see abundant evidence that prayer makes a difference in the world, opening up avenues for divine action that otherwise might not be morally available. However, we should not make the mistake of thinking that faith and prayer are the only factors. There are likely many other factors of which we might be unaware. This fits with what we've seen previously about rules of engagement. As we said, there are certain rules of engagement in the Great Controversy that limit what God can morally do, at least for now. Discussion questions. Let me pause this for a second because this is to look up a couple of Bible verses. All right, sorry about that. I didn't look down in the discussion questions for Bible text because they don't usually have them in the discussion questions. Okay, read Romans 8:18. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be received in us. And Revelations 21:3 and 4. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them and be their God. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things have passed away." Can't wait. How do these texts give you confidence that even though there are many things we do not know, we can trust that God knows what is best, wants what is best, and will bring an end to evil and usher in an eternity of bliss? That was a very long question. Well, I mean, it says it right there. That's what the whole gospel is about. God died for our sins, paid for our sins. We are no longer under the penalty of the law. We can now spend eternity in heaven with him when he comes again. I mean, that's some pretty good news. Anyway, all right. See you tomorrow.